Might take a
Okay.
second.
It told us being live streamed.
All right, it's like halfway there. Done. Okay. Sweet. All right. Bet. Okay, so why don't I go first?
Okay.
That's cool. This time. So, um, so each better show the screen to the following. Show the mind map. So, oh no, all right, right here. So, I'll go back to. So this was my mind map. So you can kind of see breaks it down, subcategories, subcategories, um, all that good stuff. And then show the study guide and concept explaining. And we'll go back. Is that yet? This was my study guide. So kind of see give me a quiz or this sorry, this is the quiz. Um no, this is the study guide. This is the study guide. So there's all this stuff. And then and what's next? We have the multiple choice questions. Um,
And there's in your chat, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Five multiple. Good spot. Yeah, the five multiple choice questions with the answer key on the bottom. And so you talk about the audio and video overviews and the interactive one. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the audio and video. It's just not how like I'm used to studying. Like I kind of like to see it. I feel like we kind of do like the audio and video part in class. Um, and so like to be able to study it a different way, it might be helpful if I need help like clarifying a concept, but if I'm just trying to like drill something into my head, personally like flashcards or just like writing it down, the best method for me. Um, just all the features you tried. I thought the this was the data table. I thought this was kind of cool because it just gave me like a bunch of questions to kind of run through, tell me like what they came from. So it's just like I guess another way to kind of have like a secondary quiz in like a different format. Um, my takeaways from the individual assignment. Uh, I think Notebook LM is like pretty cool overall. I think it can be really helpful for helping people study, especially when like there's this much. Like, obviously, we have a lot of topics to cover in this class, so it definitely helps like narrow it down, filter out things that aren't necessarily as important, and pretty quickly and easily make a study guide. 'Cause if I had to make a study guide by myself, this would probably take like a few hours to do to run through everyone. So um, improvements that I think can be made with software. I mean, I've had some issues with like the technology part of it. So maybe like just like software updates, like there's less problems. Um, other than that, I don't really have any complaints about it. Maybe if there's a way to like personalize it a little more to you in a sense, but other than that, that's kind of it. So, we one of you guys want to go?
I
Just
can go.
stop sharing my screen.
Okay, I'm gonna share mine and just let me know if you see it. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So for mine, I had chapter 4. This is my mind map over here. Mm, and it has like all the things. I don't really know if I like the mind maps personally. I just don't think it's my way of studying. Um, my questions are over here. It generated the 5 questions with an answer key. Um, this is the video and the audio. I didn't really like those either. I just, like you said, I don't like, that's just not my way of studying and like listening to it. I need to like visually see it. So I feel like flashcards or something like that would be better. This is my study guide. Like this is something I think I would find more useful. Um, also giving it like essay questions and stuff like that. I just think this is better overall to like study. Um, Hmm. I think it's like useful and I like that you could put in like your own stuff into it. I feel like it's kind of limited because it's only going based off the things that you use and like what you put into it. So like if you put in like a biased like source or anything like that, then you're only going to get stuff from that. So I feel like it'd be cool if there was like a better way to like cross check things and like make sure all the information you're putting in is correct. But if you put like a reliable source in, like at least you know it's not going to hallucinate like outside of that source, which I think is good. Um, but overall, I like it. I had a few struggles with like getting the audio and all that working for some reason. Like when I was talking back to it, it didn't hear me or anything like that. But eventually I like figured it out, but it took me a long time.
Okay, let me share. Hold on. Can you see?
Yep.
Okay, so first my mind map. Um, Down here, mine was chapter 5, so like data and all that. And I think the mind map's cool because it does break it down, but like since there's no definitions, it's kind of like you don't really know what you're looking at. But it kind of makes more sense when you go into your study guide. Here it is. I thought the study guide was cool because it does generate questions, but I think like without fully like understanding, you're just kind of looking at this, it's kind of overwhelming. I think there's a lot of like stuff going on. Like I kind of like when it's more basic, kind of like my questions in here, my like multiple choice questions, something more simple and like there's less explanation going on. And then here's like all my key concepts. And then for my like audio and video. I think one of my biggest takeaways was like it took so long to create, and it's like I can't sit there and listen to the podcast. That's just like not how I can study. Like I need to look, I need to write stuff down. So I don't think I'd use the video or the audio, but I just generated flashcards, and I feel like that's kind of more useful because I study with Quizlet, so I feel like it's kind of a similar thing. Like except for of course Quizlet you have to make on your own. So I think this is cool that it's just made for you. And then again, for my audio or my like interactive, I didn't have the option to interact. It just gave me the play button, so I couldn't ask a question. So I kind of missed out on the feature. But I feel like you kind of get that with the chat anyways. So don't think I was missing out on much. And then improvements, I think it could just be more like simplified, I feel like, or like simplified because it's just kind of like a lot to look at. But I do think it's cool how everything's kind of generated from like what you put in, like Ava said. But yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right,
Cool.
let me end the recording real quick.
Do we
Um,
have to do anything for the submission, or if you just submit the video, is that good? Or
yeah,
do we
who
have to?
knows?